I titled my album Everything Godly Earns Patience and Time, and I think even when I was naming it, that was just like maybe like a live by motto for me. And it's just like through working on the album, being in that experience, I actually had to learn that it's not just a phrase. This is really what life is about. Because I thought like, yo, once I'm signed, not that I thought, because I've been signed before, you know, but I thought if I'm signed to the right label and I put out a good enough project and I'm a good person and, you know, everything's gonna be fine. And it's just like, oh, I'm still patient. I've learned that I still need to be patient even now. 2 years later, after Egypt was dropped, my patience is still being tested. You know, and that's what I'm learning. And like, yo, like, you know, life is really like everything godly really earns patience and time, you know, and it's not in your time, it's in God's time, in the universe's time. If you don't believe in God, it's like the universe's time, in Mother Nature's time.
I would like to right my mistakes, but I had so many turns. How many rights would it take? How much I gotta write before the break? Learn to keep on the right side of the gate, or at night you get 8. Trading
Yes, sir. I know you guys love part 1. It was amazing. But I'm back, Priddy Ugly. We're back with Blacklight magazine, and this is part 2 of our interview. Yeah, sir.
with the light in your brain, ignite the membrane. Don't get blinded by the lights in your face.
How I view my growth is just like, you know, exponentially just growing over time. You know, I don't want like high peaks where I move from like no one following me yesterday, tomorrow I have like everyone chatting about me. Easy come, easy go. You know, I've seen it. I've seen people who like catch wind and tomorrow they're gone, and like they're fighting for people's attention, they're fighting for relevance, and you know, and sometimes, a lot of the times, like people don't portray their real and true selves. So it's like you did something, people liked it, and then you want to show your real self. Now people don't like it. Now you need to put on the gimmick, but people realize the gimmick now, and then it just doesn't work anymore. Then the next person does it, you know?
Thanking Badimu, so I'm lighting the sage. Skin lightning never brought more light to your race. Jail time don't alleviate the crime in your space. My people need more rights in their place.
I've never really been a competitive person. I felt like I've always been good at what I do. But I did it for myself. I was like, yo, I think I'm great. Not that I think I'm better than you. So like, no, I think I'm good at this. That's why I'm doing it. And not to say that I don't want to be the best or the greatest doing it, but it's like, that's not my focus. And I've always said, like, I don't think I really feel like I'm a futurist. So it's like, a lot of people won't understand me now. They'll understand me later. And it happens with every single one of my projects. When I drop You Don't Know Me Yet, I got more hate than love for that. Like, a lot of people were saying, oh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. By the time I dropped Egypt, people were saying, no, we want You Don't Know Me Yet, Priddy Ugly. We love that, you know? And by the time I dropped Deluxe, only then are people really catching on to Egypt. And now I'm dropping G.O.A.T, and you know, and people are on, you know, are always catching up. There's a lot of people even right now who are saying, no, I don't like this, you know. But Kanye West said something like also very profound. Like, when you are like, imagine yourself being, and I'm paraphrasing, and this is not how he said it, but like, if you're like in a battle and you are in war and you are in the front line, right? Usually because you are right at the front, you are probably going to be the one who gets the most arrows in your body because you're right there. So when the other side starts shooting, you are going to get it. But like, so when you're an innovator and you're the first to do it, you're going to get like a lot of flack for it. But what you're doing is really opening up a lot of doors for like a lot of people. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to show people and prove to people, and like, yo, you are enough. You know, so it's like, if you're the first to do it, you will definitely get the most bruises for doing it. But like, ultimately, it's for a bigger cause. You know? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. This is my magnum opus. Haters wishing I was sad and hopeless, but I'm mad devoted. I'm manning up. I hope my dad can notice. Look at this Betty that this dad eloped with.
I don't think I have like a main ingredient that I'd like to portray through my music or anything. It's just that I like to be very creative and artistic, you know, and I like for people to make up their own minds about like my piece of art. It's like me putting out like an artwork for G.O.A.T. It's like, there Priddy Ugly is, he's got horns in his head. For someone who doesn't care, you look at it as like, yo, that's a devil. I'm not engaging with that. You know? I want people to like look at him like, man, why would he do that? Okay, what does it mean? Let me think about, okay, cool, he has horns, I get it, he's calling a goat, but like, it has a halo on top of it. Why does it have a halo? Is this Jesus or is it a goat? I mean, is this a devil or is this a goat? And why is he sending this imagery? What does he want me to think? Let me listen to this music and hear what it's talking about, you know? And that's why my name is Priddy Ugly. Like I've liked to always get a reaction from people, negative or good, because I feel like reaction, if you feel a certain way about something, you remember it. If you love it, you'll remember it. If you hate it, you go speak about like how you hated it. Other people like, why did you hear that guy calls himself Priddy Ugly? You know? But like if you felt indifferent about it, oh, it's a nice artwork. I like ambiguity a lot of the time, you know, exaggeration, just to like get to my point. But a lot of my lyrics are not even about like the one-liners. They're more about like the build-ups of like what I'm saying. Like on the new project on Magnum Opus, I say, I used to wear my Monday clothes for one day more. My mom take notes, been dripping since I was 1 day old. Thanking the heavens from billion, I'm the one they chose. I used to fear to never clap, now I don't want applause. You know, it's just like, so it's the continuous rhyme scheme, really what I really love to do. And I'll say this on camera in front of everybody, I don't think there's a single person on this country or on this continent that rhymes the way I rhyme. If you really go listen and dissect and check out the lyrics, nobody. I can rhyme from like track verse 1 up to verse 3, and like it's the same rhyming words and the same, you know, multi-syllabic rhyme schemes, you know, so it's like
families turn to scums, they loathe. Dark times are followed by the days where sun rays glow. Just treat it as a cleansing when some rain pours. Independent, I don't want a boast. Feasting on rappers, but I miss my mama's Sunday ghost. Lord forgive me, Jesus Christ, snow will one day cross.
Ultimately, yeah, with G.O.A.T, really I put my soul into it, and yeah, and what I wanted to do was like, I'm a hot man in the game, even though I'm like still a young guy. It's like, I'm married, I have a kid, I can't be rapping like I'm still going to the club and going to Subo, because that's not what I'm doing. So it's like, how do I make people listen to me and actually like, because when people speak to me a lot of the time, they tell me that they learn things, and it's like, okay, I want my music to be like that. I want you to listen to my music and like learn things, you know. So that's really the angle that I had when working on this project. I'm independent, and that's the great thing about being independent, is that you can just give people music. You know, when you're signed, you understand why there's delays, because like everything needs to be strategic. We need to give everything its run. It's a single, we need to push it for 3 months, get it on, play it as much. If it doesn't pick up or build, all right, okay, next song. You know, everything is like according to like what the last song did and what the next one is supposed to do. You know, I said on one of my songs, I said, truth be told, the game is to be sold. Not who we know, thank God, all my niggas truly woke. And that just means like, the dream, dog, the dream is the hustle, but everything else is sold separately, you know? So, is it the dream? Definitely part of the dream and working towards the dream. And my dream is beyond African territory. I really see myself as an international artist. I think the work that we put out, the quality of the visuals, even the music, with the minimal budget that we have, is better than some guys who have the best studios, who have the biggest budgets to shoot their music videos. Yes, sir. I go by the name of Priddy Ugly, and it's been a very, very dope interview with Blacklight magazine. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, I mean, I don't do a lot of interviews, but when I do interviews, you know, you get like a lot from me. So I hope you learn a lot about me and just about like life in general. G.O.A.T is out, get it, stream. Yes, sir.
Now I don't take no pain when I bleed.
I don't take no pain when I bleed.